Joined by the man of the hour. Welcome, Charley Molnar, new UMass head coach. I'll start with this. After all these seasons, you've been around, had a lot of good jobs. Why UMass now at this time for you?
Well, I think it was my destiny to be the head football coach at UMass. UMass had all the things I was looking for, being on the East Coast, a transition program, a program that needed someone to come in with some vision and some energy and some enthusiasm to take UMass into Division I-A football, bowl series, if you will. And I thought I was the right guy for it, and I'm really, really glad that UMass saw the same thing.
We'll go through a bunch of questions here as quickly as we can. Some
Sure.
of them you already talked about in your press conference, but for fans who are watching now, we'll kind of go back over. UMass fans that are looking at a Charley Molnar coach team, what should they expect?
They're going to see a team that plays really, really fast. They're going to see guys fly around. They're going to see some real exciting offense. We run a spread, no huddle offense, and we'll be up tempo a lot of the time and really try to push the ball down the field and score a lot and score quickly. Defensively, we'll be a high-pressure unit. Like I said earlier, I like things to happen on defense. I like them to happen fast so we can get the ball back quicker.
Somebody asked you about your relationship and what you learned from Brian Kelly earlier today in the press conference. He's a great coach. You've been with him 6 years and have been to 6 bowl games. What do you take most away from the time that you spent with Coach Kelly?
Well, this is, I saw Brian Kelly was a man who never got let other people take him off his vision that he saw for any of the football teams that we were at. You could never tell Brian Kelly he couldn't do something. If he set his mind to do it, he ultimately got it done. And I think those are some of the same traits that I have and I wish to emulate. And I'll be the same as that.
This is your 5th MAC team.
It is.
So obviously you've got familiarity with the conference. What do you know about the league? What do you remember? It's been a few years. What do you like about the league?
This is what I like about the league. We used to call it a coaches' league because you could see the difference in a lot of the teams where you would look at them and say the talent was very, very equal, yet some teams were so superior to other teams. And a lot of it just comes down to good coaching. So I want to surround myself and our football team with the best coaches we can possibly get under our budget, bring those guys in here that are enthusiastic about coaching for the University of Massachusetts and really trying to make a difference in the young men's lives.
They made some national headlines this year in that league with all those high-scoring midweek games. As an offensive coach, does that get your blood boiling?
Oh man, well it was, it was different. A couple of weeks ago, I looked at it as an offensive coach and said, "Boy, if I was in the MAC, I'd really be tearing it up." Now, as a head coach, you say, "Man, do they play defense in this league?" So hopefully, we can play better defense than that.
If you could give us a glimpse at your schedule for the next month or two as you transition between the two jobs. I know you said you'll stay with Notre Dame for the bowl game.
Well, I see myself, my heart and soul will be in Amherst, regardless of where my body is. I mean, I'm really want to be at UMass as much as I can be here over the next several weeks. The timing is perfect to take this job in relationship to when the bowl game is played, because it's basically we're going to go away during the dead period and come back during the dead period, so I won't miss any on-campus recruiting. I see myself being here for several more days, going to South Bend in discussion with Coach Kelly and when he thinks I need to be there. Really, though, the bulk of my work will come when we go to the bowl site. So I may be only at a few practices in South Bend, and then the rest of the time I'll be here. Then when we get into January, I'll be on the road every single night of the week. And if I'm not out recruiting, I'm going to be out trying to get people to buy into what we're selling here at the University of Massachusetts.
Coach, when you're out on the road recruiting, what kind of kids are you looking for? What kind of athletes are you looking for, especially to bring here?
It's going to sound trite, but I'm really looking for men of character. I'm looking for the right kind of guys that want to get a degree, guys that want to work hard, guys that want to be part of something special, be part of building a tradition here at the University of Massachusetts, guys that want to be trailblazers rather than followers. And there's plenty of them out there. It's just our job to go find them.
You said earlier today you have a pretty good idea of some of your coaching staff that will come here with
Yes.
you. What's a time frame for that in your mind?
Well, I think I could get most of them here tomorrow, but paperwork will slow us down just a little bit. But we'll have about half the staff here before Christmas, and then we'll pick up the rest over the break.
Here's the kind of the trump card for this job now is the fact that it's one of the few FBS programs in New England. How do you plan now as the head coach for one of those few programs to go out and promote the team, the athletes, and get the fan base riled up?
Well, I'm a pretty accessible guy, so I really know, and I really have been priming myself and prepping myself to be a head football coach. And one of the things that I've seen some guys do, but not enough of them, they just haven't engaged themselves with their clientele. They haven't gone out and really gotten a chance to go out and talk about their program to the people that care. And I know that there's got to be enough fans in the New England area that will care enough about UMass football if somebody would just talk to them about it, tell them what the goals are, the dreams and the visions, and get those people to see the same thing and want to be part of it.
Had you been to Gillette Stadium before today?
I never have. I've seen it on TV, and TV really doesn't do it justice. Really, my heart skipped a beat when I saw it and think this is going to be our home stadium for the next 5 years. It's really, really exciting.
Just a personal question. How exciting is it to hear the word head coach Charley Molnar?
It was, after 28 years of being an assistant, I've already made some phone calls and had to refer to myself as the head football coach, and it sounded kind of cool, but it didn't just roll off my tongue like you think it would. I had to actually think of it before I said it. So, but I think it'll come quite naturally, quickly.
What have the last 72 hours been like?
It's been well. First off, I've barely slept, which is a good thing, only because of my excitement. Packing and cleaning up some issues in South Bend, and then getting myself and saying goodbye to some people, and taking care of some things at home, and getting here was quite busy. But really, the excitement that I feel right now, I can't imagine this excitement. It's subsiding for years. I really feel really, really special and blessed and fortunate that I was chosen as a head coach at UMass.
You got a big family. They all planning on moving out here?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like I have a few that are finishing school at other universities, but one of them said, "Hey, if you can get me into UMass in January, I'm there." So I was really excited, just the fact that he wants to move schools and come here. And of course, my son at the University of Buffalo, if we could get him on the UMass staff in some capacity, he's dying to be here too, and I would really love to have him here with me.
Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. It's all my pleasure.
We will wrap up our coverage from Gillette after this. Stay tuned. This is the UMass Sports Network.